All right, we are back with another interview, and I have with me Monique Eckes. Monique, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, Amber. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, Monique, tell me, where are you from and what do you do?
I am from Fort Collins, Colorado, just north of Denver,
Okay.
and I am a photographer and videographer specializing in pets and people. So, best job ever.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So, you're in the Colorado area,
Yep.
and what do you focus on specifically? Like when you are doing a pet? Say, do you do just photos or do you do both video? And if it's video, how do you put that together? Like, what does that look like?
So, there's really two separate products that I offer. So,
Okay.
one is your traditional portrait session, just like you would for families or
Sure.
individuals. So, that's pets and their families, and that's a similar process.
Yeah.
And then the video, I don't do video work really for individuals. They
Okay.
don't really know what to do with it.
Sure. Yeah.
I've tried it, I offer it.
Yeah.
But for businesses, a lot of pet based and other based businesses
Mhm.
that I can offer photos and videos.
Mm.
So we can do anything from, a reel to a full produced video for their website.
Got it.
I have a little podcasting studio at my studio.
Nice.
So I can produce those too. So
Very
lots
cool.
of different things, kind of custom to them.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, it sounds like a fun job for sure.
It is. It is.
And what's the name of your business?
Silver Paw Studio.
Silverbaugh. Oh,
I
that's so
know.
cute. I love
know,
it.
right? Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And how long have you been a part of You Women?
Oh gosh, 5 months.
Oh, so
Not-
you're new.
Yeah, fairly new. I had visited probably a couple of times during the spring showcase. Is that what it's called? I can't remember now.
Yeah, I think it's called the Summit.
The
but
summit,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
the summit. And so I visited that once maybe.
Uh-huh.
And then I just had friends who were like, you got to try, you got to go to eWomen. And,
Mhm.
and after a long break after COVID
Sure.
of not doing any networking, I was doing a ton before. I thought
Uh-huh.
I want to very intentionally choose the place that I network.
Mm,
And
That's
it
good.
was kind of a no-brainer.
yeah. Yeah. So your first icon then, what do you
Yes.
think?
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah. So it's very inspirational
Uh-huh.
for me. So typically I go to big, like 10,000 photographer conference, right? So
Sure.
I was kind of warned, there's so many people. I'm like, this is kind of manageable, actually. We can all fit in one room. So I
Yeah.
can kind of see the same people a few times,
Yeah.
which is really nice. It
Mhm.
feels more intimate to me.
Yeah.
And I'm just so inspired by all the different women who are crushing it.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I could do that too.
Uh-huh.
I could do that too. Even
Yeah.
after 10 years in business, I'm like, yes, I want that. And I'm actually doing some things right.
Hey.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Very cool. And it's so funny that you say 500 people, it's more intimate. But I guess if you're coming from a conference with 10,000 people,
A little bit.
yeah, then I guess 500 is intimate. That's so awesome. So, who do you enjoy working with the most? Is it the humans or the people or the pets?
Okay, I love the pets. Don't get me wrong, but I love working with people.
Yeah.
That was the first way I got into photography, is photographing all of my kids and their friends and their sports and their activities, and just working with people is so amazing.
Mhm.
But after working in the veterinary industry for 12 years,
Mm.
I just ended up marrying the two together,
Yeah,
and it's been amazing.
it's the best of both worlds.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And pet people are also awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's awesome. Okay. I get that. But pet people are my people.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
So, who's your ideal client? Like somebody that has like a family with pets, or is it going to be like a vet clinic, or who's your ideal person to work with?
Yeah. So on my portrait side, that is the pet obsessed family. Actually, on the business side too, pet
Yeah.
obsessed. So on the portrait side, it's pet obsessed people who maybe they don't have kids. I knew someone once who, when they went to Europe, they brought their cat back a Swarovski crystal collar, right? Like, oh my gosh, that's so
That's hilarious.
cool, And so they're kind of centered around their pets. They adventure with their pets. Everything is involved with that.
Uh-huh.
And so they want to showcase them as part of their family
Yeah.
with portraits on the walls, right? And then on the business side, it's again kind of either pet obsessed or pet friendly.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of breweries in Fort Collins that are pet friendly, and hotels, things like that. So I can help anyone really with their other types of content.
Yeah.
But I'm starting really with the pet people because I know them.
Right.
I know all of them.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's great. Okay, cool. So I'm going to ask you a question that I've asked everybody that's been on here.
All right, I'm ready.
So what are 3 pearls of wisdom that you would give to somebody that's maybe just starting out in business? Maybe they want to get into photography or videography or just in that industry. What advice would you give them?
Okay. So I do teach other pet photographers. So
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking about this since I signed up, and there's so many pearls,
Mhm.
right? Sandra's dropping them left and right
It's
this
true.
weekend. My gosh. I'm like, wow, okay, this is awesome. But I was thinking of mine, and they kind of build off each other. Are you ready
Okay.
for this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
So one thing I've taught for a long time is if you're 80% done, you're 100% done, because that last 20% is really just us dragging our feet. Maybe they're looking for permission or validation, or we're a little scared to start it.
Yep.
So I really think 80% done is done, launch. But I'm also a ready fire aim
Mhm.
person. So
Yeah.
I'm not a super perfectionist. So like take it for a grain of salt if like you're a
Mm.
super perfectionist. But
Yeah.
if you are a perfectionist, just be done.
Yes.
Launch it, right?
Uh-huh.
Because especially as an artist, it's never done.
It's true.
Right? You're the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you always think probably, what could I do better on the podcast next time? Like, oh,
Right.
like,
Right.
so there's always room for that. And then to build off that is a minimum viable everything. So you don't have to have fancy CRMs and all these things. You can start off with Google,
Mhm.
spreadsheets, docs, all of that, and then build as you go and
Yeah.
figure out how you want to do all this. Organize, of course, but so many people get hung up on, I have to have this product and this product and this and this and this and this and a notebook and all these things, and they never start. They
Mm.
never put their shingle out, which is so sad to me,
Yeah.
right? Because they have a whole message to give the world as well.
Uh-huh.
And then the last part, oh, if I can remember it, what was the last part? Everything is data. It's kind of like Sandra always says, iterate, iterate.
Yeah.
So don't like get yourself down and you think, oh, I failed. No, that's data point.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to tweak one small thing and launch it again, like a marketing campaign or
Uh-huh.
something like that. So just think of everything as data. Then you're not going to be so close to the vest
You're
with
not gonna take
that.
it so personally.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
good advice.
Like your business is not your baby.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not who you are. It's not your identity.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of business owners they do that. I know I've been guilty of it a couple of times where I get really bummed if I don't hit a goal or something like that.
Sure.
But you're right. I should
And
just
there's
view it as it's a number, it's data.
exactly. And I would say I have to be careful of not toxic positivity.
Sure.
Like everything's rainbows and unicorns and all that.
Yeah, right.
But I do think that, some things we could reframe
Yeah.
and be easier on ourselves.
Yeah, and be a little
Yeah.
more positive.
Yeah.
Positive thoughts, because we are constantly having those negative thoughts and being our worst critic of
Yeah.
ourselves, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah. You don't
yeah.
have to always listen to that little voice in your brain. You can say, thanks, bye.
Yeah, exactly. How about no, like she said earlier?
Right. I love that sentence. No.
Yes. Well, very cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to get a hold of you, how would they find you?
Best place is the website, silverpawstudio.com. No plurals.
No paws, just one paw.
Just one paw, one silver, one studio.
Got it.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much, Monique. It's been
Yeah.
a pleasure talking to you. And, I want to go check out some of your photos of your puppies and
Oh.
all the pets.
Oh, thank you, Amber. Thanks for having me on. This is fun.
Yeah, thank you.